From standard rifles to experimental submachine guns, Swedish small arms shaped national defense and neutrality throughout World War II. Starting with rifles and carbines. Mauser M/96. The Mauser M/96 was Sweden's primary infantry rifle, bolt-action with robust design. Crews valued its accuracy, reliability, and service longevity throughout World War II. Mauser M/38. The Mauser M/38 was an improved Swedish bolt-action rifle, enhancing accuracy and ergonomics. Infantrymen relied on it for dependable performance in all conditions. Carl Gustaf M/96 carbine. The Carl Gustaf M/96 carbine was a compact Swedish rifle, used by cavalry and support troops. Crews valued its portability and reliable bolt-action mechanism. Carbine M/94. The Carbine M/94 was an early Swedish infantry rifle, shorter than standard Mausers. Crews relied on it for mobility and close-range accuracy in the field. AGM/42. The AGM/42 was a Swedish experimental automatic rifle, tested for increased firepower. Crews evaluated its reliability, recoil, and suitability for frontline infantry use. AGM/42B. The AGM/42B was an upgraded Swedish automatic rifle, refined for durability and accuracy. Crews relied on it during training and limited defensive deployments. Mauser M/41. The Mauser M/41 was a Swedish training rifle for cadets and reserve troops. Crews valued its reliability and similarity to service rifles for effective instruction. Overcommando rifle. The Overcommando rifle was a Swedish officer rifle, issued for command and inspection duties. Crews valued its precision and reliability in limited frontline use. Mauser M/96B. The Mauser M/96B was a Swedish rifle adapted for coastal defense and export. Crews relied on its accuracy and rugged bolt-action reliability. Carl Gustaf M/9638. The Carl Gustaf M/9638 combined older Mauser rifles with modern updates. Infantry crews valued improved handling, accuracy, and extended service life during wartime readiness. Carbine M/98. The Carbine M/98 was a Swedish short rifle issued to cavalry and mounted troops. Crews valued its portability and dependable bolt-action design in mobile operations. Mauser M/36 carbine. The Mauser M/36 carbine was a Swedish reserve rifle for second-line troops. Crews appreciated its reliability, accuracy, and ease of use in training and defense. Moving on to submachine guns. Carl Gustaf M/45. The Carl Gustaf M/45 was Sweden's primary SMG, known for reliability and ease of use. Crews valued its controllable recoil and durability in close combat. Carl Gustaf M/36. The Carl Gustaf M/36 was an early Swedish SMG, issued to police and reserve units. Crews valued its compact design and reliable firing mechanism. Kulsprutepistol M/37. The Kulsprutepistol M/37 was a Swedish SMG bridging early designs and modern variants. Crews appreciated its reliability, ease of handling, and rapid-fire capability. Kulsprutepistol M/41. The Kulsprutepistol M/41 was a refined Swedish SMG, issued to infantry and security forces. Crews valued its durability, controllable recoil, and ease of maintenance. Bergmann MP18. The Bergmann MP18 was a German SMG imported by Sweden in limited numbers. Crews used it for training and special defensive operations. MP35. The MP35 was a German-designed submachine gun acquired by Sweden in small numbers. Crews valued its solid construction, accuracy, and controlled automatic fire. Kulsprutepistol M/44. The Kulsprutepistol M/44 was a Swedish prototype SMG tested late in the war. Crews assessed its fire control, ergonomics, and suitability for future infantry roles. Carl Gustav M/45B. The Carl Gustav M/45B was a Swedish training variant of the standard SMG. Crews used it extensively to familiarize troops with automatic weapon handling. Carl Gustav M/45C. The Carl Gustav M/45C was an export-oriented Swedish SMG variant. Crews valued its proven reliability, simplified construction, and adaptability for foreign service requirements. Kulsprutepistol M/39. The Kulsprutepistol M/39 served Swedish police and internal security units. Crews valued its compact size, dependable firing action, and suitability for urban defense roles. Continuing with light machine guns. Kulspruta M/1429. The Kulspruta M/1429 was Sweden's primary squad-level LMG. Crews valued its sustained fire capability, reliability, and effectiveness in infantry support roles. Kulspruta M/36. The Kulspruta M/36 was a Swedish light machine gun used for training and reserve units. Crews appreciated its reliability and ease of maintenance. Kulspruta M/39. The Kulspruta M/39 served Swedish infantry as a mobile support weapon. Crews relied on its steady rate of fire, accuracy, and dependable battlefield performance. Kulspruta M/42. The Kulspruta M/42 was an improved Swedish LMG emphasizing durability and fire control. Crews valued its balance between mobility and sustained infantry support fire. Kulspruta M/41. The Kulspruta M/41 was a Swedish squad-level machine gun supporting infantry maneuvers. Crews trusted its controllable fire, reliability, and adaptability across defensive positions. Kulspruta M/45. The Kulspruta M/45 supported Swedish coastal and defensive units. Crews relied on its sustained fire capability, robust construction, and effectiveness against infantry landings. Kulspruta M/21. The Kulspruta M/21 was a Swedish heavy machine gun used in static positions. Crews valued its sustained firepower and defensive reliability. Kulspruta M/34. The Kulspruta M/34 was mounted on vehicles and fortifications. Crews relied on its durability, sustained fire, and effectiveness in defensive strongpoints. Progressing to heavy machine guns. Kulspruta M/40. The Kulspruta M/40 was a Swedish heavy machine gun, used for anti-aircraft and vehicle-mounted roles. Crews valued its firepower and reliability. Kulspruta M/47. The Kulspruta M/47 was a Swedish experimental heavy machine gun. Crews tested its sustained fire, durability, and potential for future defensive and vehicle-mounted roles. Kulspruta M/28. The Kulspruta M/28 served in Swedish coastal defenses. Crews valued its long-range accuracy, sustained fire capability, and ability to deter amphibious assaults. Kulspruta M/36B. The Kulspruta M/36B was deployed in Swedish fortifications. Crews relied on its durability, steady rate of fire, and effectiveness in static defensive positions. Kulspruta M/39A. The Kulspruta M/39A supported Swedish air defense and infantry units. Crews valued its versatility, sustained fire, and effectiveness against low-flying aircraft. Kulspruta M/42B. The Kulspruta M/42B was adapted for Swedish vehicles and fixed mounts. Crews valued its reliability, sustained fire capability, and defensive flexibility. Kulspruta M/44. The Kulspruta M/44 was a Swedish heavy machine gun introduced late in World War II. Crews relied on its durability, firepower, and defensive versatility. Kulspruta M/50. The Kulspruta M/50 was a Swedish prototype heavy machine gun, tested for anti-aircraft roles. Crews evaluated its firepower, accuracy, and potential future deployment. Now turning to pistols and revolvers. Luger M/1900. The Luger M/1900 was a Swedish officer sidearm. Crews valued its precision, compact design, and reliability for personal defense and command duties. Lottie L-35. The Lottie L-35 was a Finnish-designed pistol imported by Sweden. Crews used it sparingly, valuing its durability, accuracy, and robust construction. Browning FNM 1900. The Browning FNM 1900 served Swedish police and reserve units. Crews valued its compact size, simple operation, and reliability for routine defensive duties. Nagant M/1895. The Nagant M/1895 revolver served Swedish military and reserve forces. Crews relied on its rugged design, simple mechanics, and reliability in harsh conditions. Colt M1911. The Colt M1911 was imported in limited numbers for Swedish officers. Crews valued its stopping power, reliability, and proven combat reputation worldwide. Browning High Power. The Browning High Power was acquired in small numbers for Swedish officers. Crews valued its high magazine capacity, reliability, and modern ergonomic design. Walther P38. The Walther P38 was imported in limited numbers for Swedish evaluation and training. Crews valued its double-action trigger and modern safety features. Bergman Bayard M/1910. The Bergman Bayard M/1910 was a rare officer pistol in Swedish service. Crews valued its accuracy, solid construction, and suitability for command personnel. Proceeding with specialized and experimental small arms. AGM/42. The AGM/42 was Sweden's first semi-automatic service rifle concept. Crews evaluated its gas system, accuracy, and potential to modernize infantry firepower. Kulsprutepistol M/44. The Kulsprutepistol M/44 was a late-war Swedish SMG prototype. Crews tested its fire control, ergonomics, and suitability for future close combat roles. Carl Gustav M/45. This experimental Carl Gustav M/45 variant tested minor mechanical and ergonomic changes. Crews evaluated handling, reliability, and potential refinements for future production models. Kulspruta M/47. The Kulspruta M/47 was a late-war Swedish prototype machine gun. Crews tested durability, sustained fire performance, and suitability for post-war defensive modernization.